Bruh. Like, what was that? Oh my gosh. Okay, so first things first, this is straight. I just finished the episode, and holy crap. Face value, without going deep into whatever that all went down in this episode, that was an amazing episode. Holy crap. If you're into Dragon Ball for the action, for all of that, this is the episode for you. Oh my gosh. I'm going to rewatch the episode. I'm going to take some notes. We're going to come back here in a second and talk more in depth about what all just happened. But I just wanted to film right after watching it. You guys see my initial reaction, and my initial reaction is animation freaking legit. Fan service freaking legit. Super Saiyan Blue Vegito freaking legit. Trunks doing all kinds of things. What? So, yeah. I'm going to go rewatch. I'm going to gather my thoughts some more, maybe take some notes, come back here, and we're going to talk about episode 66 of Dragon Ball Super more in depth, guys. Alright, guys, my name is Tyler, aka Nanogenix, and today, guys, we're doing a first for my channel. We are talking about Dragon Ball Super episode 66. Like I said, this is a first for my channel, but I'm doing this because, holy crap, that episode was incredible. And I'm not saying that other episodes of Dragon Ball Super have not been amazing, but that one in particular, I was like, I think this one deserves for me to finally do this, which I've been asked to do this on Twitch streams, YouTube comments, Twitter, all of that. So I'm finally doing it, guys. Dragon Ball Super episode 66, the Climactic Battle, the Miraculous Power of a Relentless Warrior. What is there to say about this episode? I mean, face value, which I think I said that before I rewatched it, before I collected my thoughts, did all that. I actually did make some notes. It was incredible. This is the time to be a Dragon Ball fan, because a lot of the things when you're talking to someone who probably doesn't go out of the way to watch an episode review like this, doesn't go out of the way to be a part of this kind of YouTube community that we have here. They're just watching Dragon Ball Super for the craziness and all that. This is their kind of episode. This is everyone's kind of episode, but this is especially theirs because we've got Vegito, we've got tons of, this was non-stop action, and that's, oh my gosh, the animations on this episode were incredible. I mean, they pulled out all the stops on this episode. So what I'm going to try to attempt to do is talk about this in as chronological order that it happened in the episode as possible. And of course, before we go any further, if you are new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you guys are excited about me finally doing a Dragon Ball Super episode kind of review overview, definitely hit that like button. But otherwise, guys, let's go ahead, let's hop in and let's talk about this episode. So of course, it starts out with the beam struggle between SS Blue, Goku, and Merged Zamasu. Now, some people I think call him Fused Zamasu, Merged Zamasu. For the sake of this full kind of episode review here, we're going to call him Merged Zamasu the whole time, or that's what I'm going to refer to him as. Let me know down in the comment section below, what do you guys like to refer to him as? And I know some people just like to continue to call him Zamasu. I'm going to go ahead and call him Merged Zamasu. And of course, that comes into play here if you guys have seen this episode. And if you haven't seen this episode, I would honestly say go out to Crunchyroll. You can watch it for free and just watch it real quick, and then come back, hang out, and let's talk about it, and let's have some conversation down in the comment section below. But starts out with the beam struggle, and this is an interesting thing because we just watched a father-son Gallic gun between Super Saiyan Blue Vegito and this, whatever you want to call what the Trunks kind of God Key Aurora around him, not be able to take out Merged Zamasu's Ki Blast, but then you have Goku come in by himself with Kamehameha and was able to actually push it back, blast right through it, and then goes up and does a Kaioken King Fist attack. That is incredible. I was wondering if we were going to see him go Kaioken again. I figured it would be once we got to the Universal Tournament, the next Universal Tournament where all the universes are participating, but that was pretty awesome and unexpected all the same. But it's a weird thing of, I thought Vegeta was more powerful. Obviously, a couple episodes back, him kicking Goku Black's ass was awesome, and honestly, as a Vegeta fan, which of course, if you guys are new to the channel, I'm a huge Vegeta fan. It's hard to point back there because it's pretty much every figure art, so that isn't really a good reason to me being a Vegeta fan. But anyways, so I was very happy about that. But now I'm sitting here with Goku doing that crap, and I'm like, okay, so is Goku more powerful than Vegeta now? It's definitely an interesting thing. So anyways, all that happens. Goku, of course, does his Kaioken fist attack, falls to the ground, because obviously, as we know, Kaioken is very hard on your body. And then obviously he gets a sensu bean from Trunks, and then Zamasu's up in the air and like is like god of what was it, light of justice, and sends down basically this just energy to him. And well, his face was already kind of looking like Ooze or whatever his name was from the original Power Rangers movie. That's what I was thinking, of course, when we saw the preview for what he's going to look like this week. And of course, then his arm like all like turns into more of that and gets big, and like the Time Marine's still there hanging on with that. And of course, we're down here, and Vegeta's like, basically he's not immortal anymore because half of him is Goku Black, so he can't be technically fully immortal anymore. And then obviously Gawasu's like, we're gonna need more power, and Supreme Kai's like here, and of course obviously we know Super Vegito, or not Super Vegito, but Vegito Blue is about to happen. But before that happens, something really weird happens, and lots of happenings here. Gawasu's like, so if you're not a god or a Kai or whatever, Kaioshin, you only have an hour to be fused. So that's very weird because obviously from Dragon Ball Z, we were under the impression that if you did a Patora fusion, that was it. And of course, there's only through some weird stuff, obviously, that they became unfused. But I feel like that was their way of saying you guys are going to see Vegito again in the future because you guys can fuse for an hour and then unfuse, and it's not that big of a deal anymore. So I assume that was their way of doing that so we can see Vegito again. But then I hate the fact that we aren't going to... That pretty much means we probably will not see, especially with Vegeta already begrudgingly putting the earring on to become Vegito, we will not see them do a fusion dance to become Gogeta anytime soon, if ever. Which, of course, a lot of people don't consider Gogeta canon because he was in the movies. And a lot of times, many Dragon Ball fans do not consider the movies canon, even though they're incredible, they're on the games and all that stuff. But I think that was their kind of way of saying, guess what? Gogeta won't be around. Here's Vegito instead, which you will probably see again since there is now this only hour-long type thing that you can do with it. So, of course, all that happens. Vegito he steps up over the rubble. There he is, and immediately, Vegito Blue! And, oh my god, that's so freaking incredible. And here, the thing, too, is, like I said, obviously when I said face value is an enjoyable episode, I'm still going to go ahead and say I mean, I felt like a freaking little kid watching Dragon Ball Z again, watching this episode. 100%. I'm not going to trash this episode probably at all, really. Minus, of course, the Trunks part a little bit, just because it was a little strange, even for me, kind of just buying into all of this craziness in the episode. Even for me being fully in that mindset, even through the first time watching it, I was still kind of like, what is going on with Trunks? But we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. So, Vegito Blue is, of course, here. And then of course we come back to the fact that Goku Black is not immortal and is in there fused with Zamasu that is immortal. And then we get some fighting going on, and of course we got Zamasu's blade coming down, and then boom, it friggin' happens. Spirit Sword right through Zamasu. Friggin' incredible. I was sitting there. I really wanted to do a full reaction, but doing reacts videos is a very easy way to get yourself copyright claimed, copyright and stroke, all that on YouTube. So if any of you guys may ask me, Nano, why didn't you just do a full reaction video? That's why I didn't. It's an easy way to get a copyright strike, and I don't want to do that. I'm enjoying this community. We're building too much to risk the channel like that. But anyways, that I was just like, what? Spirit Sword? I mean, obviously we were expecting a Spirit Sword, just because that is a signature Vegito move. But in the midst of things, I was like, oh god, here comes Zamasu's blade again. And then I was like, boom, and I was like, oh, I forgot about Spirit Sword. Like, yes, absolutely. So yeah, that part was incredible, and that was when Vegito actually says to Zamasu, like straight up, you are mortal at this point, or you are partially mortal. And then Zamasu straight up owns it and is like, from what I understood from rewatching the episode, is basically Zamasu's like, yeah, I am mortal. I wanted to be mortal because I have Goku within me, and Goku's powers are apparently limitless, even beyond that of a god. It's pretty much how I took that. So I was like, okay. So then we go back to Gawasu, and I'm kind of skipping around a little bit, but Gawasu basically says a little bit later is that is why he looks the way he does, is because you have these conflicting feelings of this being that wants to be perfect and rid the earth of, the Zero Immortals plan. But then you have this other part of him that wants to be incredibly powerful, and that requires basically Goku Black's mortal body. So it's this internal struggle, and that is why he looks all like Ooze from the Power Rangers movie. I don't think that was his name. I should have looked that up before saying that, but in my brain, every time I kept seeing that image throughout the last week and a half, I was like, it's friggin' Ooze from the Power Rangers movie in the 90s. But anyways, so let's see. I'm getting off track. So then obviously, while all this is going on, we're about to get a final Kamehameha. But while all this is going on, we've got Trunks over here who is handed his broken sword, and all of a sudden forms this like sword of light. And I'm like, hold up, what? Like, okay, we knew. I think pretty much anyone that is a Dragon Ball fan, anytime craziness is going down, it's usually not the craziness that actually ends the villain. Like it's usually just not. Usually it's something like all of a sudden Trunks, who should not be anywhere near as powerful as a Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, just all of a sudden out of nowhere comes and does the job. But anyways, so we got the Sword of Light going on, about to happen, and then we go back over to the Vegito fight, and it's like, yeah, he's about to do the final Kamehameha. This freaking crap is about to actually happen. Something, and I might be mistaken. I don't think I am. We've never seen the final Kamehameha in anything but a video game. I'm almost like 99% positive of that, certain of that. If we have, let me know down in the comment section below, but I'm so sure we've never seen that in anything but a video game. So video game bled over into the anime, which is amazing. Anyways, we got the final Kamehameha. So much fan service here, like seriously, so much fan service, and that happens, and that is incredible. Of course, Zamasu comes out of it, and like jumps out, and like basically, just whatever. And one thing I actually did skip is we actually got basically a giant form Zamasu. Like, holy crap, just so much fan service. That's what I'm saying when I say face value here is crazy awesome. Face value here is crazy awesome. Like, so many homages to other fights in the Dragon Ball series. But anyways, obviously Trunks is coming over, and in the midst of that, and Vegito fighting Zamasu, they split. And Gowasu is like, basically their energy was too much for even the Potoro fused body to handle, and even shortened the already hour like rubbish that we had just found out about. So then now you've got just a normal Goku, normal Vegeta just hanging out here in the air, like, and they're like, WTF are we about to do about this? And Trunks, boom, out of nowhere with his spirit sword, kind of actually gets in front of them and saves them for a second. They get down on the ground. We've got Merged Zamasu. We've got almost Super Saiyan Blue, kind of weird God Key Trunks hanging out here. And then all of a sudden he starts kind of having this white aurora and this kind of energy balls forming above him. And then we go over to where Yajirobe and Mai and Bulma and all the Rebellion are hanging out, and all they start glowing white. And I'm like, hold up. Is there seriously a spirit bomb basically about to form here? Like, is this about to happen? I was like, and sure enough, we go back over, this is really about to happen. But then it's not a spirit bomb. It actually absorbs into Trunks, and Trunks gets this even more badass spirit blade, which is essentially the spirit sword from Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, what is this? Is this Yu Yu Hakusho now? Like, that's why, like, literally, when I was sitting there watching, I'm like, okay, so Trunks has a spirit sword. So basically, Trunks knows every anime move from any anime ever. Like, what? I mean, they're using, literally, Trunks is a surrogate for the ultimate Dragon Ball fan service, is essentially what he is. And that is one of the biggest problems I have with it, because obviously, I'm a fan of basically almost any of the characters truthfully, and I really like Trunks. And obviously, I like Future Trunks a ton. I love this arc. This arc has been incredible. This has been an amazing 20 episodes of Dragon Ball. And if you disagree with that, whatever. But I think this has been one of the best arcs of Dragon Ball in its history ever. Best story, best everything, the feels, all of that. The fan service, the craziness. This arc has been amazing. And Trunks has been basically the surrogate for them to give us what we've always wanted. We've been like, come on, let it happen. And then we kind of get teased, and it never really happens. Well, Trunks freaking does it. But yeah, so he gets his spirit sword and then just friggin' rips Merged Zamasu in friggin' half. And I'm just like, holy crap. That was legit, but that was so weird for Dragon Ball, in my opinion. Now, you guys may not agree with me. If you don't, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. I definitely want to hear back from you guys. That's the whole point of doing this. I want to talk to someone about this, and you guys are who I have to talk to. But yeah, that was just crazy. And then it ends. that's pretty much it. And then it ends, and then we get to see the previews for next week, and we won't really go into that today because I kind of wanted to keep this as short as possible. But anyways, guys, so that was basically my kind of review slash what I thought about what all happened in this episode. Basically lots of fan service, basically lots of craziness. Animation was on point. Animation was absolutely on point. The final Kamehameha thing was just awesome, in my opinion, because I am so certain that was straight from video games. I don't remember seeing that in Dragon Ball Z. I don't remember seeing that in any of the manga or anything. I don't think. I could, like I said, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. You guys have corrected me, and we've just moved on, and that's been fine. So definitely let me know in the comment section below if I'm wrong on that. But I know for sure it's obviously in video games because I've used it many a times myself in video games. But Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, guys. Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, that's all I got to say. It's freaking awesome. I assume we will see it again. That's the whole point, I think. They gave the hour limit to it, was so that we could see it again, was so that basically Vegito could lose. I mean, truthfully, had Vegito not actually defused like that, I mean, I don't see how the sheer power from Super Saiyan Blue Vegito would not have overcome Merged Zamasu. I just don't see how. But like I said, and generally in Dragon Ball, we generally just see it kind of have that break, and it's not what you think it will. Kind of like the Kid Buu thing. Like with Kid Buu, if we could have just had Vegito back, he would have demolished Kid Buu in no time. But actually, we got a spirit bomb from the Earth and finished off Kid Buu that way. Goku, and you know, it's not anything too crazy, right? It's not any crazy move. It is the spirit bomb with Goku going Super Saiyan and pushing it down into Kid Buu. Kind of the same thing here. It was kind of a it wasn't Super Saiyan Blue. It wasn't the thing we were getting super hyped about, but it was this other thing that I see people getting hyped about, but I also see people having the same feelings I do, where it's like, that was weird. Like, that was weird. It was just, I mean, anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. If you guys did, and obviously if you guys want to see more, you know what to do. Hit that like button because it helps an absolute ton. Like I said, I do want to hear back from you guys. Let me know down in the comment section below. I'll be hanging out down there for a while. I'll be responding back to people and all that. So anyways, guys, like I said, this is gonna wrap up today's video. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned, of course, for more content because it's definitely on the way. Love you guys so much. We are killing it with subscribers right now. We're killing it with views. You guys are the best community anyone could possibly ask for, seriously. But anyways, guys, Nanogenix here signing off. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.